Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some late night Star Wars Battlefront 2 news, because the patch notes for tomorrow's hotfix just came out from Ben. I know it's quite late, but I'm glad we managed to get them the day before the actual hotfix, and the hotfix goes live tomorrow morning, which will be, I would estimate, roughly 8 hours from when this video goes up. So yeah, the actual post both goes over the actual changes in text form and then in a kind of bullet point list like they usually do. So I'm gonna skip straight to the bullet points as they do go into a bit more detail, but the main fixes are of course the squad system and the health stacking. So first of all, the first squad system fix is that there was a bug where you were able to go to your character selection screen after attempting to spawn on a friendly player in a land vehicle. This has now been fixed. And there was also a similar issue where the menu was not grayed out on people who were in a land vehicle. So yeah, that's gonna be the case now. You can't spawn on other vehicles. And also an issue where the spawn screen UI remained on screen during gameplay. I've had that happen once to me, so that's also been fixed. But the big fix here, or the big change, is that they've now limited squad spawning to only be troopers on troopers. This is quite interesting and something that a lot of people have suggested, or at least in terms of heroes being able to spawn on troopers, because that has been a little bit weird when all of a sudden, boom, Ray pops up out of nowhere and just slaughters everyone. So I'm glad that they have fixed that. But the downside to this is that it seems like you will not be able to spawn with reinforcements either, and which means that it's probably going to be hard to squad spawn at some points, because two of your teammates might be reinforcements and one a hero, which then would mean that you cannot squad spawn at all. And Ben did say in a Reddit comment that they have more changes coming to the squad system, but it will be trooper on trooper tomorrow. For the future, they are looking at letting troopers spawn on heroes, except for Boba Fett, and possibly reinforcements too. So that's how I think it would ideally be, where you will be able to spawn on heroes, because they are like a central point in your team, but not the other way around where a hero can spawn on a trooper. As for the possibly reinforcements too, I'm assuming that means that you will possibly be able to spawn on a reinforcement. I'm guessing that the trooper on trooper means that reinforcements will not be able to spawn on troopers either. That I think would have been fine, because reinforcements are a lot weaker than heroes. But overall, trooper on trooper is better than what we currently have. So all in all, a good change, and they've already clarified here that they are going to do more updates to the squad system in the future. And I'm also glad to see that they said except Fett there, because that could have been pretty bad if Boba Fett could fly up somewhere and then the entire squad could spawn on Boba Fett and have some really overpowered position. So once they add that, I'm glad Boba Fett will not be included. If we then move on to other, they have reduced the battle point price for the ATRT to 300. And I think that's honestly pretty reasonable. It's going to be really cheap now, but that's directly come from some community feedback. And to be honest, considering that an LIUV is the same price, and that thing on average probably gets more kills than the ATRT, I think it's fine. Because the ATRT is honestly not that hard to kill. You can simply land a couple of shots on the actual pilot, so to me that's a good change. And then we finally have a fix for the health buff stacking, and it basically says fixed a health buff stacking issue caused by Yoda, Finn and the officer class that led to uneven fights in Galactic Assault. So there's not really any clarification here what that means. Will there be a cap on how much health you can get? Will there be a cooldown for when you can get boosted? I'm not entirely sure. I guess that's something we'll figure out tomorrow, but it is good nevertheless that it has been addressed in some way, because it's incredibly frustrating to face off against like a normal trooper that has 600 or 700 health because of these boosts. So I'm glad to hear about that. And then there was apparently some issues with the resourceful star card for the shock grenade and concussion rifles that I honestly didn't even know was an issue, but that has been fixed. And also a fix for strike where you were unable to spawn when not selecting any class in the second round. And lastly, they also say addressed an issue with end of round matchmaking crashes. And while we're talking about end of round matchmaking, Ben did say that it's not gonna go live tomorrow, but after they see that it's actually stable. So I'm guessing this is why the end of round matchmaking did not go live last week, because when they tried it, it caused crashes. So hopefully this hotfix will show that the end of round matchmaking will properly work, because man, how many times have we not been told now that we're getting end of round matchmaking, and how many times has there been bugs which has caused us to not get that matchmaking? I just hope that whatever is crashing the end of round matchmaking will be fixed tomorrow, so that they can actually turn that matchmaking on and make the game more balanced. And I also know a lot of you on Xbox have an issue. Unfortunately, that didn't make it into this hotfix apparently. Ben did clarify that they simply have a short window of opportunity to get fixes into the build, 24 hours to 48 hours, and they simply did not get a fix done for the Xbox issue in time for this hotfix. So it would either be not get this hotfix or get in the Xbox fix later. It really is a shame, and I feel like that's the kind of issue that should be possible to fix faster, but it seems to be something over at Microsoft's end that is messing this up, because they keep saying that they're working with Microsoft to get a fix, and it's obviously only on the Xbox, so I'm not really sure what's going on, considering that it works fine on PC and PS4. But there are workarounds for this, and I will again link those in the description below in case you haven't already seen them. And that hotfix seems to work for most people, but if you haven't tried it, link will be in the description below. But yeah, I think that is all for this hotfix. I will probably be streaming tomorrow because my throat feels a little bit better. I'll at least give it a go, and I will see if I cough more than Grievous or if I can actually do a normal stream. But I would like to check out these changes and just play some Battlefront 2 and hang out with you guys, so stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.